Next, we take a look at the do-while repetition statement. And for this simple example, we're once again going to do counter-controlled repetition. However, the do-while repetition statement is often used for sentinel-controlled repetition as well. So first I'm just going to run the program so you can see that it produces the values from 1 through 10, similar to the while and for examples that we began with in this lesson. The difference in the do-while loop is that unlike the while and the for, the do-while loop is guaranteed to execute its body at least once. The while and the for statements, if their loop continuation conditions are initially false, will not perform the statements in their bodies at all. So here you can see that we've declared a counter variable called counter and initialized it to 1. We then enter the do-while statement. The body is specified once again with curly braces as in all the other control statements. In this case we happen to have 2 statements in the body, so those curly braces are indeed required. However, I always use the curly braces with this particular statement so that I don't accidentally confuse the do-while with the regular while statement that you've seen in other examples. So the do keyword starts the body of the loop, followed by the curly braces that surround the body. We're going to output the value of counter, which is initially 1, then we're going to increment the counter, and at that point when we reach the closing curly brace of the body, we have the while condition that's going to specify whether the loop should continue executing. Notice the semicolon at the end of this control statement. In the do-while repetition statement, that semicolon is required. Otherwise you will wind up with compilation errors. So as long as that condition is true, we'll go back to the top of the loop and perform the body again. And again, that means that the do-while repetition statement will always execute its body at least once. So let's just take a quick look at a diagram that demonstrates the flow of control through the do-while statement. As we enter the do-while statement, we immediately execute the body statements. We then test the condition to determine whether the loop should continue executing. If the loop continuation condition is true, we come back up to the top of the loop and flow back through the body. And if that condition is false, then the loop terminates.